Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Code with Sunny, and today I am going to discuss the problem longest valid parenthesis index number is 32 and the problem is of hard type of leet code. Okay, so here is again the one of the hard problem of leet code. So let's first read out the problem and then we are going to discuss further in detail. Given a string containing just the characters opening parenthesis and the closing parenthesis. Okay, and find the length of longest valid well formed parenthesis substring. Okay, so one thing that is noticeable here is we need to find the substring which is longest and which is also a valid parenthesis substring. Okay, so if you are not going to understand what is the meaning of valid parenthesis, no need to worry about. I'm going to explain that with the help of example also, and also let's head over to the constraints also, because sometimes it might be very much useful that constraints help us to determine which solution would be the efficient one. Okay, so maximum length of the string is going up to 3 into 10 power 4, and SI is either opening or closing parenthesis. Okay, so the maximum length is going to 3 into 10 power 4. So it is obvious that O of n square solution will not pass, and either O of n or O of n log n solution will be sufficient for this problem. Okay, so let's understand this problem and analyze this problem and find out the best efficient solution to this problem in detail. Okay, so let's move further. Okay, so let me first explain what is the meaning of valid parenthesis. Okay, so only a single opening parenthesis is not valid and only a single closing parenthesis is not valid because there is not an opening parenthesis before that. And what about this parenthesis? This is valid because before the closing parenthesis we have one opening parenthesis. So this is valid. And what about this one? This is closing, and let us say we have one parenthesis here also. You can see the before the this closing parenthesis there are two opening parentheses, and if we just increment for every opening parenthesis one and just decrement every for and just decrement the value of the variable by one for every closing parenthesis, you can see at the end we have the value like positive value and it is not equal to 0. We can also determine using that whether the my given string is a consist of a valid parenthesis or not. Okay, so this is also not valid parenthesis. And what about this one? This is a valid parenthesis. You can see for every this is also valid, and for here also this is also valid. So this is a valid parenthesis. Okay, so I'm not going to discuss in detail what is the valid parenthesis or not. Let us focus on the question now. Okay, so let's say we have been given a string like this one, and we have been asked what is the length of the longest valid parenthesis. Okay, so one thing that is noticeable here is you can see let us start with the like brute force approach. Let us first think like that. If this is a valid parenthesis, yes, and let us start with this one. If this is a valid parenthesis, yes, and what about this one? There is not a closing parenthesis, so this is not valid. So what is the length of the longest valid parenthesis substring? You will note that substring is of consecutive characters. It is of 4. Okay, and let us understand this with some more tricky examples. Let's say we have this closing parenthesis and opening, and then closing, and then say we have a closing one. Okay, let's iterate from the left of the string. And if I'm iterating from the left of the string, then when we encounter this one, this opening parenthesis, you can see I have this closing parenthesis followed by that. So you can see the length of the valid parenthesis is now 2, and then again I'm going to find this closing parenthesis. If I'm going to find the closing parenthesis, I'm going to check if there exists a valid parenthesis just before that which is not included in the answer. No, we cannot find a sorry, or we are not going to find an opening parenthesis because this is utilized, and there is not an opening parenthesis. You can easily say the length of the maximum longest valid parenthesis substring is here too. Okay, so let us pick one example from the problem statement and let's analyze how we are going to do that. It is like this one and it is like this one. Okay, so I'm going to just use this. Okay, so you can easily see if I'm going to iterate from the left side, I'm going to, if I have a opening parenthesis, just take this into a like a vector or in the stack also. You can see because if I'm going to open character from the stack, I will have the least frequent push. It is like I'm going to just fetch that character which is just pushed into the stack, which is already present at the top of the stack. We can fetch this in O of one time. Okay, So I'm just, if I'm going to have an opening parenthesis, push that into the stack, and if I'm going to have again opening parenthesis, then again push that into the stack. So stack will have like this, and if I'm going to have just closing parenthesis, then I'm going to check if there exists an opening parenthesis in the stack or not. Yes, there exists. So just pop this element out of the stack, and if this is popped, it means that I have the length of the longest valid parenthesis formed till now is uh, you can see if I'm going to pop only one element, it would be 2, because one closing and one opening. And okay, and if I'm not having next further characters, okay, so let's suppose I am having some characters more. If I'm some characters like this one, so if this element is popped, I still have a I still in the stack have a like this character, and again if I'm going to find this character, it means that I have this valid parenthesis also, and all the characters lying in between these two end characters are already valid. So this is also a valid parenthesis. So my answer would be incremented by 2 again. So it would become 4. So, but these are the easy examples. Okay, so let me frankly speaking, when I have solved this question, I was just like I passed the sample test case, and when I was submitting the code, I was stuck, and I have determined by myself that I have found some tricky test case. That is, I still haven't submitted the code, but I have determined that my code is going to fail. I didn't submitted the code, and first I've evaluated something more and find out the mistake. Let's work upon that mistake. I'm going to explain that mistake, why this is going to be not valid. Okay, so let's find out that. Okay, let me first erase this stuff, because I know what I have done a mistake is actually a common mistake that everyone is going to do. That is, I'm going to say if I have a string like this one. Okay, okay, suppose this is a given a string of valid, or you can say a parenthesis string, and let us find out what should be the length of longest valid parenthesis. Okay, first approach is that it is like a simple question that everyone will think like that. Whenever we encounter a closing parenthesis, we will check if there exists an opening parenthesis in my stack, then my answer would be incremented by 2. It is obvious. Okay, then what about the case like if we are done with this one, suppose if I've just iterated up to I starting from I equal to 1 to 2. If I'm done with this, my answer up to till now is 2. Okay, then we have encountered this opening parenthesis. Okay, then I have again pushed that into the stack, and then we have encountered this opening parenthesis again, push that into the stack. And what about when we have encountered this one? When you have encountered this one, then it would be like we are thinking like yes, we have encountered this one, and then I'm going to do that, then I'm just going to pop this element and increment my answer by again 2. So what should be our answer? 2 plus 2, it should be 4. But this is wrong. Why this is wrong? You can see, if we have an overlook, if we are going to look over that, what is the length of the longest valid parenthesis, you can see it would be like this one, or it would be like this one, which is of length 2. And how my answer is coming 4? This is wrong. Okay, why this is wrong? Okay, let's head over to some more tricky example. So suppose we have this string like this one. Okay, so if we have the string like this one, you can easily see when my stack becomes empty at this point, that is, I am just pushing the opening parenthesis in my stack, and when I have encountered the closing parenthesis, just clear the stack. Just pop an element from the stack in O of one time. So if I'm going to do this, my stack becomes empty, and my answer is incremented by 2, obviously. And when I am just incremented, when I've just done this one, again my answer is incremented by 2. And when I have just pushed this one into the stack, pushed this one into the stack, and when I pushed this one into the stack, my answer is again incremented by 2. And again when I have that is pushed this, that is, I am going to just have a closing parenthesis, then I am just going to increment by 2 also, because I have the already opening parenthesis in my stack. You can see I have the answer as 4. Okay, now just modify one thing in this one, that is, just put the opening parenthesis, again put the opening parenthesis, and just put a closing parenthesis. Okay, so if I am going to work on this one, you can see I have the answer as like 8 1, sorry, here it will be 8. So again I am going to push this, okay, so I have opening parenthesis, push this into the stack, push this into the stack, and when I have a closing parenthesis, it would be like yes, I have found the closing parenthesis, I should have to increment my answer by 2. So my answer should become like 10, but this is wrong. Why this is wrong? You can see, if I'm going to push this parenthesis into the stack, I have we have just exhausted the all the strings after that. Then still I have one element left in this stack. So if I have one element left in the stack, how we can say that we have the longest valid parenthesis ending at this character will be equal to the taking the entire string found till now. Okay, so this gives me the idea that we should work upon either we are not going to work on the count. We are not going to work on the count. We should either work on the indexes of the last pushed opening parenthesis. Okay, so basically I want to just explain that. Suppose we have this string. Okay, so I'm just going to push this one into the, that is like in push this index into my stack. Let's say it has a something index 1. Okay, so basically I'm going to, okay, so let's just push mark the beginning of the valid parenthesis. Okay, so I'm just going to push -1 over here. That is going to mark the beginning of the parenthesis. And if I'm going to have this one, let's push its index, that is 0. And again, if we have this one, let's push its index, that is 0, sorry, 1. And if we have a closing parenthesis, it says that what is the length of the longest valid parenthesis ending at this character. This is very important. So what is the length of the longest valid parenthesis ending at this character would be like, just subtract the, if stack is going to be non-empty, just subtract the index of that opening parenthesis that is present at the top of the stack, because we must have that length of the longest valid current parenthesis substring. Okay, so if I'm going to have this, just subtract 2, it would be like, what is the, okay, so here we'll have 0, and here we'll have 1, and here we'll have 2. So I'm going to just subtract like 2. Okay, so 2 minus, and it should be like 1 plus 1. What is the length of the longest valid substring? It should be like 2. You can also think like that, if we have a closing parenthesis, just pop this element out. So if I'm going to pop this element out, so this should be eliminated from the stack. So I should have the top as 0. And what is the index of this one? It is 2. 2 minus 0 is going out to be 2. Okay, or if, again we have, if we have having a closing parenthesis, we can see still I have in the stack like index 0. So just pop this element out of the stack. So my this element will be eradicated, and my top element will be of -1. So what is the index of this is 3. 3 minus of -1, which should be coming out to be 4. Then the longest valid parenthesis substring would be 4. So basically we are going to push the index of the each of the opening parenthesis into my stack, and if we are going to just use the -1 for denoting that I'm going to just have a beginning of this valid parenthesis substring. Okay, and why I'm going to do that? Because at every character, for every closing parenthesis, we are going to find what is the length of the longest valid parenthesis substring ending at this one, and it should be equal to it should be exactly equal to the length of the current index, that is the difference of the current index minus the opening parenthesis if it's present in the stack, its index, that is the difference between the indexes. Okay, so let's head over to the code and find out what should be the best implementation for this problem. Okay, so let's move further. Okay, so obviously I haven't submitted the code. That is, I found my mistake and I've submitted the code later on. That is, I've just initially I'm not going to just I'm using a O of one space solution. I was just like, when I'm encountering the closing parenthesis, just count, just increment my answer by 2, and this was wrong. After I determined myself the correct test case, that is because the sample test cases are very weak, and you can have a, like, we are not going to have a good idea of what should be happening in this problem. Okay, so I have as n as the strings length and stack ints, which is going to store indexes, okay, of this opening character. And initially I'm going to push -1 over here, that is going to mark the beginning of the valid substring. Okay, so my answer is initialized with 0, and for every, I'm going to iterate in the string, for every opening bracket, push the index of this character. And if I'm going to have a closing parenthesis, just check if my stack is not empty. If stack is not empty, just pop that element from the stack. And what should be the length of the longest valid substring? Note that I'm going to use the word substring. it means that we have to consider the consecutive characters. Okay, so what is the length of the longest valid substring ending at this character? It should be like what is the index of that character opening parenthesis present in the stack. So just pick up the that is pick up the first element from the stack. Okay, so just check it out. If stack is not empty, okay, okay. So if stack is not empty, just take the maximum with I minus stack stop. That is the difference. And if stack is going to be empty, it means that this is not going to be a. That is, we haven't found any. We haven't found any like opening parenthesis after popping this one. Okay, so just push the current index, which is going to mark the beginning of next valid substring. Okay, finally return the answer. So let's submit this code. Yes, it is good. So if you have any doubts, do not forget to mention in the comment section of the video. And I will ask the viewers to like this video, share this video and do subscribe to our YouTube channel for latest updates. Thank you for watching this video.